Hello, everybody. I am here today with Dan Lane and Mark Herdman, and we are going to talk about a very important project that's happening in Arichat, and it is happening with the beloved St. John's Center for the Arts. And can you tell me a little bit about the history of St. John's?
Well, St. John's Parish was started in 1828. They actually worked on it for a number of years before that, but and then they built a church that Reverend James Allen Shaw came over and worked at. A lot of the people that were here were Channel Islanders, so a lot of them spoke French. The majority of them were French-speaking originally, so they had a bilingual minister at the beginning. Not for long, but, well, he was here for about 30 years, I guess.
Because some people don't realize, I'm sorry for interrupting, that actually there were French services conducted in that building.
Yeah, that's right.
And a lot of people don't realize that.
Well, not probably in this building, but in the original.
In the original.
Which was just kind of beside it, right?
Right.
And it had a tall spire too. And the one that's there now was built in 1895. It's fairly well-known architect, William Critchlow Harris, who designed that building, and he's well-known for his acoustics in all his buildings all over the Maritimes. And it's been there since then. The tower was a tall spire at one time, but used by boaters and ship owners as they're sailing in to designate where they needed to be. And then it was there until as a church, and it was closed for those 3 years, completely closed, and then the Friends of St. John's took over the ownership of the building, and we were able to open it again, have the mold cleared out, have, all the things that we've done. We've had a new furnace and lots of work,
including getting rid of a flock of pigeons. And thank you, and that was a job, a dirty job, but somebody needed to do it.
Yes, and we had it done professionally because it was so bad.
Yes,
because it had been closed up, you couldn't maintain any of that stuff. So we've activated the chimes again, which Dan helped with, and people seem to be very happy about that. But we're desperately in need of a new roof.
That's obvious. That's obvious.
Yes.
And I note that so much work has been done on that building. But as far as the acoustics that you spoke of a few minutes ago, I can tell you, as a musician and a person who grew up singing in the choir in that building, that the acoustics in that building are astounding.
Yeah.
Absolutely astounding. And it's wonderful that it's going to be there to be utilized for that reason.
Yeah, and other arts activities as well.
Yes, there's anything that happens.
We've had quilt shows, and we've had art
Christmas
shows.
concerts, Mark.
Yeah.
And I mean, there were the open houses.
The
Christmas open houses were quite fun, as I recall.
Yeah.
You were a large part of that, Becky.
I mean, the thing is that St. John's is such an important part of this community. And, for a small group of people, a lot has been accomplished. Okay, and I know that this next step is a huge step and very important. I mean, the roof on the church has been like, well, you can see the patchwork. So it's well needed. So why are you fundraising? What are you fundraising now? And so why? We know why.
For the roof.
For the roof.
For the roof specifically.
So what type of roof are you wanting to put on it?
Asphalt.
An asphalt roof,
tile.
right on.
Yeah, just like it was.
Just like, well, yeah. Because that would look beautiful.
Well, yeah, it fits the.
Well, it matches.
Yes, it fits.
It keeps with what it is, right?
And there are heritage issues there too, Mark, right?
Yes.
That's the reason why that has to be asphalt, is to maintain the heritage sense of the building.
Right,
Yes.
right. Well, that makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. So what fundraising is being done? Is it how do people go about helping you raise your meter? That's what I'm wondering, your little meter.
Well, We're calling it, we've called it
Raise the
100
roof.
from 100, but we've got Raise the Roof as
Right.
sort of the
Right.
tag. And how do you donate? You can donate online. You
Yep.
can do an e-transfer. You can send a check. You can give us cash. And we've asked for, with our letters, $100 from 100 people, but we're very willing to take less than that or more than that.
Oh, I was
And
going-
we have accepted more than that. in a
Well,
couple
yes,
of
well, that's
cases,
good,
so,
that's
yeah.
wonderful. Because, you know, you don't want to limit people.
No, we definitely don't.
And I'm sure that there are many people across the country, and actually in other countries, that have a special place in their heart for that building. And hopefully you will reach your goal. Like, do you have we want to reach this goal by a certain date in, you know, kind of a ballpark?
Before the roof goes on? Does that make sense, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the target is this year. We need to get something done this year.
it'd be
And
good to
we're
get it done before the winter.
Right, and
Oh, yes.
it's enabling because it's kind of rough, Becky, to have
Yeah.
events in there when you're
can't-
unsure what weather might be like,
Yep.
and you know, and
Yep.
then that may have implications for the roof.
That's right.
So we want to try to get that roof in so we can have events, Mark.
Oh, yeah,
That's the
absolutely.
idea.
And since you have a bathroom in there now,
Yes.
which is really important.
Huge. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was really well done.
Oh, yeah. It's
Very well done. Yeah, so you have all those
Pieces are
those
there.
components. You
Yeah.
just need to take care of everything from the top down.
Yes.
That's
yes.
right. I
it.
agree.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
So we're doing a bake sale, yard sale tomorrow,
yeah,
and that will again go to the roof. So anything that we do between now and the time the roof goes in will go to the roof.
well, that's important, and I'm hoping that you'll get some funding along the way.
Well, we have applied for St. Joseph's. We've received that. The municipality has given us some funding. Heritage Trust of Nova Scotia has given us some funding, and we're waiting on the provincial government.
I'm hoping so.
I
so.
hope we don't have to wait too long.
I hope you're right, because the sooner the better, as you
Yes.
say. You know, it would be such a terrible thing to have anything happen to the inside of that structure, considering how
Because
beautiful it
of,
is. And, you know,
yeah.
it's kind of time sensitive, I realize, you know, what
Yes.
you're saying. So now, what we really want is to see that meter go up,
Yes.
okay? So anybody out there that wants to donate, we'd like to see that meter go up. So we'll be hoping to see that happen rather quickly.
Yeah.
You know, and if there's anything that we can do to help you here, please don't hesitate.
Well, can you add the donation methods to?
I certainly can,
Yes.
and I will
okay.
be.
Thank you.
I will be.
Thank you.
So, with all that being said, I'm thinking that we can, after the roof is done, then we can look forward to some great events in that
Yeah.
building. And I really would love to see that happen,
Yeah.
as I'm sure the community would, because there was a lot of really good feedback about what did happen in that building. And kudos to you guys for sticking with it. I have to say, like, I'm really happy to see that something's happening, right? I mean, it's good to see. Because when I look at the building and when I walk through the building or stand in the building, I hear my ancestors' voices.
Yeah.
So there's a difference between thinking of it as a structure and then thinking of it as something different altogether. And I think of it as something different altogether. So I'm hoping that it all comes together and that we see that roof on there. That would be great.
Well, and there's an awful lot of community members that don't even really have a connection with the church specifically, like you and I do, and that are very supportive. Very, very
that's good.
supportive. Yes,
That's a good
thank
thing.
goodness, and that recognize its value as a community building.
It
you know,
is, yeah.
something. Listening to the chimes, it's time to go in for dinner now, and things like that.
Well, as a person who grew up next door to that
Yes.
building, I guaranteed
knew it.
I knew what time it was to come home when the chimes rang.
You know, if I can add to what you said, Mark, I'm one of those people that is an outsider,
Yeah,
effectively.
but you love it.
Well, I'll tell you a connection maybe, but apart from that, the little bit of work that we did do to work on the chimes, and Becky, you worked on the chimes too and the timing, that beautiful chime system that's there. It's old,
It's old.
but it
Yeah.
works like a charm. We've got to, we could do better with the loudspeakers and getting sound out. But I can tell you the times that we've used that, people have come and
Yes.
said and told you, I know, and told even me that this is great. We can hear this, and it's wonderful to hear it again. And I'm surprised actually that that they would even do that, because they know, and you know, they make a point that that's the case.
Well,
and the other thing I would say is that we also have bells. Don't
Yes,
forget.
we
Yes, you
that
do.
work.
We
Yeah.
now have operative bells, and we've got to do something about the louvers to open that up.
Right.
But and here's my story about the connection I had, because John Terrell and I went up on the bell tower. John Terrell's mother name is Dore. There's a Henry Dore window in that church. That Henry Dore and that whole family were Channel Islanders, Mark, French by origin. And that window in there connects us, at least my wife is a Terrell, with the Dores and that whole connection. So I'm going to claim that there's a link
Oh, there
there.
is.
There
There
is.
is a
There
link,
is.
yeah.
And the other thing I wanted to say, when John Terrell and I went up there, and John was very surprised, because up in the bell tower in the back end of things, there's a big frame there for the tower. And on one of the planks, there's a name Ivan. And below the board that says Ivan is 1939. And John was very excited, because John said, that's Ivan Shaw. Ivan Shaw was a miracle man around here in those days, when he built part of that tower, and he built the bells and did all the system there. So we took pictures, and we should send that to you so you can do something with it. Maybe post that
Absolutely
around.
would. That's so
Because it's
cool.
part of the community. It really
Yes.
was. I knew nothing about that, but John was there, and he did know.
Well,
So it
I
was
mean,
something.
the bells and the chimes both have significance. The significance of the chimes are the memory of Bobby Amy.
Yeah.
That's
and
right.
that is a large tribute that has been going on for years, really. And while some people may not know about Bobby Amy, certainly I do, and
Yeah.
my family very closely understood that. So, yeah, the bell. I mean, think about all the things that could have happened. I mean, to go up and see Ivan Shaw's name, that's pretty darn cool. That's really,
I tell
really
you,
cool.
John was so excited. I couldn't
I
believe
bet,
it. Yeah,
I
but
bet,
that's
I
really
bet.
something. Yeah, so there's something. Those bells and the chimes.
Yeah.
If we can keep that going, I think it's really something.
I know
Brings
that-
the building alive.
Yeah.
We've offered to ring the chimes, or if people would prefer the bells, for internments.
Right.
And I had somebody that I spoke to about a month ago about it, and she was just thrilled. She said
Yeah.
that could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as the speaker system in the roof goes, I don't know how you would have to get something a lot less antiquated than what's there at this point, maybe.
Yeah, the speakers aren't bad. They've
They
you
do
know,
pretty
held the
well,
test of time.
considering
Right.
they've been there for a long time, you know.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
They could be upgraded, I suppose.
The pigeons didn't eat them, so.
No,
they
no.
I thought the pigeons would actually hurt them at one point.
I did too.
I really
Yeah.
thought that. I thought that
Would
uh-oh.
have been a problem, but
Yeah, but no.
If
So-
we can get that louver system for the bells, that would be
Really nice.
effective too,
Yeah.
and work on that. But that, I mean, that's something that follows after the
future.
roof. That's
Yeah, one step at a
That's
time.
right.
Yeah,
That's
one-
right.
That's a
That's
big
right.
step.
You
That-
gotta-
that-
you gotta
the
raise that roof.
The roof is a
That's-
big step.
Yes.
So once the big step is gone, then the sky's the limit, really. There's other
and
things.
and a necessary step.
It
the
is.
other is our choice,
Yeah.
but a good choice.
Yeah, but you
Right.
need
Yeah.
to fix the roof. I mean,
Yeah.
even if you go buy an old house, you have to fix the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
that's
have to protect your investment, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, anybody out there that wants to make a donation, I'm going to leave you all the information. If you have any other questions, you can contact Marg or Dan,
yeah.
or actually me, and I'll direct you right straight to them.
That's good.
And,
Thank you.
and please donate, because it's a really important building, and it would be nice to keep it in this community and utilized by the community.
Yes.
So-
yeah, you don't want to just keep it. You want to have the community be a part of it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming
Thank you,
in.
Becky.
Thank you for having us.
You're very
Yeah.
welcome.